So go down with your hands up. No, no, do 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 do. Do, 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 boo, 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 boo. Drawing Forge is live. That's cool. Or when you little bit of anything all of the time. Alright, let's get this party started. Do, do, look where you come again. When outside now, it's time to go down again. I don't actually know the words to that song. So, I need to watch that later. Just quickly. Okay. Just quickly put myself on to make sure everything sounds a-okay. Okay. Okay. So, I think we are good. Let us try this. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Marvel Champions. We are back with some more Marvel Champions on Tabletop Simulator. Now that we've finished the Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign, we can try a bit more, have a bit more fun with some other scenarios. So for this game, we're going to have Star-Lord and Gamora take on the Wrecking Crew in Expert. I chose this because I think the Wrecking Crew is a fun little scenario to have people try to fight against. So I just wanted to test the waters with that. We'll probably go to some other ones if it's really easy. I have Star-Lord built on leadership, and I have Gamora built on aggression. I'm trying to go for a bit of a high damage beatdown build because both of them can do quite a lot of damage quickly. So we'll shuffle up all our cards and all our 6 decks. You'll notice also on this mod, the boost icon, the one to draw encounter cards, are grayed out because obviously we don't know who's the active villain at the moment. I've made a little token just to kind of indicate which one is the active player in the game. And the main scheme is way over here, off to the right. So, without further ado, let's hop in and see what we have for Star-Lord. Sliding Shot could be interesting opening, but 3, 4, 5, 6. Daring Escape would give us an encounter card. We can get rid of Blaze of Glory. Could play Yandu into something else. I'll just play Yandu, Element Gun, because we do get the Element Gun. So we'll keep with this and see what happens. Leaders of the Guardians, okay. And then we get a copy of Element Gun that gets added to our hands. And I think it says shuffle, yeah. So we have Element Gun, and we have Leaders, and we have Sliding Shot. So it should be quite interesting, the overall scenario. Gamora. Okay. Master Prowess to help play with the events. Forward. I gave a lot of like attacky type cards as well. And I gave her the concussive blows and tackles from Justice and Protection. It gives her a way to confuse or stun someone if I really need to shut someone down. I like Set the Pace. I think Set the Pace and Decisive Blow are a good combo because I can do a thwart into a 7 damage attack. So we'll keep those two. I'm not that bothered about concussive blow right now. Forward momentum. Mean swing doesn't help us either. We'll keep that. Oh. Another mean swing. And a conditioning room. Conditioning room will help us potentially get cards back into the deck, so always good. Alright. Any cards on my deck I'm not gonna play. I don't know if I'm gonna play Yondu, to be honest. Or maybe Leaders is the one I'm not gonna play this turn. My other option is to use his ability to play Element Gun, right? Pick out Yondu, who just gives me a 1 damage ping, and then bury Sliding Shot in the other option is if I do my ability and Daring Escape, I'll have 2 encounter cards. That'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage, plus the 7 damage coming from Decisive Blow, 16 damage. I'll probably take out Pile Driver quickly. I can do almost more than half a Pile Driver's health in 1 turn. Let's go for it. I'm gonna get rid of... I'm gonna swap it with top card of my deck. Jet Boots. Ooh. Our decisions become interesting now. I'll flip up, play Element Gun using my ability. So I get an encounter card from Wrecker. Then... Oh, the Daring Escape actually makes me ready myself. So... in that case... I can do 2/3 into Sliding Shot, 2 into Jet Boots. That's decent. And then Daring Escape into the Element Gun. Okay. So we'll attack for 2 on... No, we're not going to attack. We're going to thwart for 2 on Wrecker's Scheme. Keep it down a bit. Then we're going to play Daring Escape. Gives me a second encounter card from Wrecker's pack. Ready and draw 1 card. Oh, we know what it is, I guess. Duh. Then 2 and 1 to play a Sliding Shot. I think, yeah. So that's 5 damage, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage to Pile Driver. Break them down to 19. I take 1 damage from Retaliate. This to play Jet Boots, which will give me aerial and help prevent damage. In this case, 2 damage. I could actually do this now. And then when I go to ready, it'll ready myself back up. I will exhaust this and spend the resource to do 3 more damage to Pile Driver, exhausting the Jet Boots to counter the Retaliate that would come. And then I'll thwart for 2 off. I'll do it off Thunderball. Okay. Gamora's turn. We'll start by looking at the top card of my deck. If it's an attack on event, it draw it. It's not. flip up. We'll play Set the Pace, removes one threat from a scheme. Remove one threat from Thunderball. Because I removed I play a thwart event, I get to deal 1 damage to an enemy. I'll do it to Power Driver. I'll then use I'll actually use Main Swing and Conditioning Room to play Martial Prowess. Use Martial Prowess and Forward Momentum to play Decisive Blow. It does 7 damage because I have played a thwart event. So 7 damage to Pile Driver. Another 8. I take a retaliate damage, and I remove 1 thwart off a scheme because I played an attack event. And then I am going to attack for 2 on Thunderball. Okay, ready. So now all we need is bingo. Because all we need is another sliding shot. And I need to draw 5 cards. And find some way to get at least a few more counter cards in front of me. And then I can just sliding shot my way to defeat Power Driver already. Gamora gets Keen Instincts, which is good. Cross Counter is a really good card. That's because it'll set up some plays. Ooh. The Nebula or CITT are both good combos here. Could play the Nebula card. What's also fun is I can use Master Prowess to pay for the cross counter as well. So we got plays. Alright. 1 on the main, and then 1 on every scheme. So active goes to Bulldozer. I actually didn't think about who I wanted to go to, I'll be honest. Bulldozer will attack Star-Lord. It's 3+. I'll take it. 3+. 1 is 4. I'll exhaust Jet Boots to reduce 2 damage. I take 2 damage from that. Attacks Gamora. 3+ nothing. I'll use this to play cross counter to remove 3 of that damage, deal 1 damage to an enemy, and remove 1 threat from the scheme. I'll do 1 damage to Pile Driver, and I'll remove 1 from main scheme. And because I played an attack and defense event, attack and thwart event, I get to deal damage and remove a threat as well. So I'll deal damage to Thunderball, and remove a threat from Bulldozer. Okay, and then since Bulldozer is the main villain, and count the card for each. Oh. Okay, now let's see what happens. Attach to the active villain's side scheme. So it goes to the active villain side scheme is this one, which is weird. So the villain corresponding to the attached side scheme attacks you. So held hostage. Deal 1 damage to the hero or ally with the fewest remaining hit points. Bulldozer gets ramming speed. And he's a 5+. To either discard an upgrade you control or place 1 threat on the active villain's side scheme for each upgrade you control. I'll give him 1 scheme. I'm okay with that. And that's that. Switch it over to Gamora and let's begin. So I can figure. Okay, so I'm gonna play Nebula. I get to source my deck for an event card. Attack or Thor event card. I'm thinking. I also don't know why Groot's in this deck actually. Groot shouldn't be in both decks, but that's fine. Because my thinking process is if I use the CITT to play Keen Instinct, I can then use Keen Instinct to pay for whatever event I draw out. But right now I don't see many that I really are jumping out at me. Besides acrobatic move. You know? I mean, I could draw a cost counter, but like, kind of want to say that as my defensive, like, one during a play. So I'm going to draw acrobatic move. Then I'm going to just use this to play Keen Instinct, so I at least have double resources to go here. I'll then play acrobatic move to deal 2 damage to Thunderball. Because it's an attack event, I'll remove 1 thought from Wrecker. Nebula with thwart for 2 off. Who do I want more? Off Wrecker. And then Gamora is going to attack for 2 on Thunderball. Okay. Star-Lord's turn. I'm going to go 2 and 3 to play Bad Boy. I'm going to discard a card to fire the element gun to do 3 damage to Thunderball. Then I'm going to use my ability, take an encounter card, to reduce the cost of this card by 3 to play Sliding Shot. So it does 5 damage plus 2 additional damage. So it's 7 damage. And I'll do 7 damage to Pile Driver. So Pile Driver is defeated. Oh. Okay. And then on for my ability, I'll attack for 2 on Thunderball, bring him down to 20. Now I have the boot and I have Bad Boy, which will help a bit. Obviously, the issue is that Gamora's gonna be taking, I think, if there's nowhere around it, the ramming speed will be hitting Gamora, so. Ooh, that's not a good hand at all. I have have none of my allies in my hand, so don't know what to do about this hand, but okay. 1 on, add 1 to every scheme. Bulldozer remains the active villain. He attacks Gamora. Have to block with Nebula because of ramming speed. So it's a 5 plus. I have no way to deal with it. So 5 plus, I'm blocking from 1. 6, 7. So 1, 6 damage goes over. Okay. He attacks Star-Lord for 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna discard Bad Boy, flip to Alter Ego, and draw 2 cards. I mean, I have a lot of cards to still, frankly, kind of suck, but okay. And then encounter card for Nebula, encounter card for Star-Lord. Another held hostage, so it's double held hostage on Bulldozer's scheme. We may have to deal with Bulldozer. That's going to be impossible to thwart. So we'll see. Escaped convict. So that's Surges. And then get wrecked. I'm an alter ego. So the villain whose side scheme has the most threat schemes. So in this case, it'll be Bulldozer. So 2 plus 1 is 3. And then my counter card is Bulldozer schemes. It's called the top card of your deck for each threat placed by this activation. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So I removed the top 3 cards of my deck. And the helmet would have been nice. And because I just place it over 10, it now goes down to 3. But every player must discard the top 10 cards of the deck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great, Nebula is also defeated. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I believe that's everything. Okay, I'm going to use my ability to swap one of the team training cards with whatever this card is. Blaze of Glory. Doesn't really help me. I have all these cards built around an ally, and I have no allies to play them on. It's a bit annoying. The question is, do I heal or not? That's the question. I guess I can heal, yeah. I'll heal. Flip up. I'll use Power of Leadership to play team training for Gamora. She seems to be the one drawing allies, apparently. Then I'm going to do Daring Escape. Daring Escape to give myself an encounter card. Ready and draw 1 card. I forgot. I know what card it was. Duh. All these cards really aren't good. Like, they're not good at all. I'm going to discard Blades of Glory and target practice to play team training on my side. I'll use Steam Sky Cycle to pay for the element gun to do 3 damage to Thunderball. I'll have Thunderbolt activate this turn because his deck is the fullest right now. And then I'm going to attack for 2 on Thunderbolt. Gamora. So Gamora has to flip down. It's a bit imperative for her. I'm going to go Martial Prowess, Keen Instinct to play Clobber to deal 3 damage to this escaped convict. Convict goes, because it's the first card I played, it comes back to my hand. And I remove 1 thwart off Thunderbolt. But yeah, Thunderbolt will still go up. I get to choose. Actually, no. Just to play it safe, I'll take it off Wrecker. I could have played Spider-Go. I might just play either Decisive Blow or I might play Decisive Blow and then just keep Spider-Go for next turn. Yeah, so I'll play Rocket and Toe-to-Toe with Decisive Blow. Does 4 damage to an enemy. And I've already done the thwart effect. It's a once per phase. And then I'm going to actually flip down and heal for 3. Because I am a bit low. Okay. Got the God Slayer out. God Slayer, they're all unique enemies, right? Yeah. So what God Slayer does is it gives me a 4 attack basically on any Wrecking Crew member. Should be good. I'm just gonna toss this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, what do you know? Because I drew 5 cards, I get another encounter card. Okay. 1 on, 1 on, 1 on, and 1 on. Active villain moves over to Thunderball. He attacks Star-Lord for 2+. Well, after he attacks you, deal 1 damage to each character you control. Okay. So it's 2+. 2 is 4. I have 2, so I use this to block 2 damage. I take 2 damage and +1 from the effect. And then when he schemes against Gamora, it's a 3+. 3+. Move the active counter to the villain with the least threat on his side scheme. That villain schemes. So he gets 3. And then it moves over to Wrecker. And then Wrecker schemes for 3. 3. And then I get 1 encounter card from Wrecker now because he's the active villain on both. Choose the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. Bulldozer. Reveal the top card of his deck. Bulldozer's helmet, so he gets a helmet. This also means his deck does cycle through. And because his deck cycled through, you get an acceleration token on the main team. And this was a Bulldozer card. And Ramming Speed. Jesus Christ. Okay. And Wrecker gets Reckless Command. Alright, they're getting their attachments now. And the Magic Crowbar. Alright. So the issue we have here is that the 2 people who have the, how do you say, all the attachments on them, or the 2 people that we were trying to kill last. So that's going to be an interesting situation. Alright, so I'm going to use Gamora's ability to look at the top card of my deck. It is an attacker event card, so I get to draw it. So we got to figure this out. I want to get him one encounter card on that side. I do have a sliding shot, so I can do 7. I could finish off Thunderball if I wanted to. And then that just leaves Rekka and Bulldozer as the only 2 villains left. But the issue is, this is a lot of damage. This is 6+ coming in. Now I could tackle him to stun him. If I use a Kalaba and a toe-to-toe to pay for a Kalaba, there's 3 damage to an enemy. And comes back to my hand because it's the first card I played. I get to remove 1 threat from someone. I'll remove 1 threat from Thunderball. Then I'll use these 2 plus Martial Prowess to play Tackle to stun Bulldozer. And because I used Mental Resource for it, sorry, Physical, deals 3 damage. He's stunned. I'm actually going to use this instead of the toe-to-toe. And the reason for that is I'm going to use these 3 cards to play Godslayer. That way I can then waiting for 4 on Thunderball. Because then I can then sliding shot into Thunderball to finish him off. And then I can possibly set it up. If I remove the threat from Rekka, I can force it so that Bulldozer will only attack stun and then scheme if I flip down, I guess. I do have Gutsy Move as well. Alright. So I will take an encounter card from Rekka to play Sliding Shot. 5, 6, 7 damage. I'll do 7 damage to Thunderball. And with that, Thunderball is defeated. So 2 down. I'll then use 2 cards to play Gutsy Move to move up to 4 threat from the scheme. I'll remove 4 threat from Rekka's crew scheme, because I can't do it from Bulldozers, unfortunately. Then I'll use Laser Blaster to pay for the Element Gun to do 3 damage to Bulldozer. I think I flipped down and heal. I was gonna do additional 2 damage, but I think I just flip down and heal. That way next turn I can flip up and just attack next turn. Yep. Ready. Cross counter, great card if because I need it. 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got some allies. I got the helmet finally, but it's a bit late, so 2 on, 1 on, 1 on. Active villain becomes Bulldozer. Tries to attack Gamora, can't, he's stunned. Will scheme against Star-Lord. 2 plus 2 brings up to a 9. And then draws and counter cards. Discard the top X cards of your deck, where X is Bulldozer's attack. Place 1 threat on Bulldozer's side scheme for each different card type discarded. So his attack is currently a 3, 4, 5, 6. So discard the top 6 cards of my deck. I only have 1. And it's a upgrade. So it only adds 1. Which is kind of funny because I, as a result of that, actually trigger his ability, but then lose the top 10 cards of my deck. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I get a card because of the flip. Peter also loses 10 cards. And then this goes down to 3. Oh. Then my last card is another one. So 2, 3, another 6 cards off my deck. Event. 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 Ally, that's 4. Event, that's 5. Event. So 6 cards, 2 different card types. It helps when your deck is mostly event cards. Place 2 threat on each side scheme. How is Bulldozer already ready to like proc again? It's insane. The villain whose side scheme has the most threat schemes. That would be Wrecker. 2 plus 1, which means it automatically triggers again. Good God. So, another 10 cards. I mean, the only good thing about this is that it's not the worst. Come on. Because, like, at the end of the day, it still gives me the chance to actually, like, attack and stuff. Like, we've defeated 2 villains. Now we just gotta defeat Bulldozer. He only has 21 health. We don't have a way to deal with the stun. And it will be coming towards Quill, so we're gonna have to... I might just play Groot. Because Groot can take a hit. Groot can at least soak up the entire hit for me. That might be a play. I want to trade Hawkeye for a different card. Okay. I could play Groot with an encounter card. So let's flip up. I'm gonna do who's active villain right now? Bulldozer. It's gonna it'll switch over to Wrecker. But that'll be fine, I guess. Although we do need to deal with the main as well. I'll take an encounter card to play Groot for free. Now, because of team trading, Groot has 7, so he can actually potentially survive the entire hit for me. Okay. 2, 3, 4 to play Yandu? No. I'd be worth to go 1, 2. Oh, this is some 1 actually. Because opposite, I would want to shoot Element Gun. And I want to play Star-Lord's helmet. So I think I use this to play Star-Lord's helmet. And then use this to fire the Element Gun to do 3 damage to Bulldozer. Then I'll thwart for 2 off the main. Okay. Gamora's turn. Look at the top card. It is an. It's not an attack of. Sorry, I'm not. I thought I was in here. I thought I was in Alter Ego. My bad. Ignore that. Okay. So unfortunately, I have a lot of cards, but nothing that actually requires me to pay for any of them. That's funny enough. Can I do anything to get rid of these? Exhaust you here and discard 1 card at random. Discard 1 card at random. Spend double physical to get rid of that. That might need to be dealt with actually. That's actually pretty bad. Okay. So I use this to play Keen Instincts. I'll deal 2 damage to an enemy. I'll remove 1 threat from Wreckers. I'll do Set the Pace to remove 1 threat from here. Deal 1 damage to Bulldozer. Ooh. I think I have to. I have to get rid of that. Because it's going to be... I'd have to discard all those cards. Yeah. I'll exhaust and discard cross counter to get rid of the helmet. And ready. On my side, I'm going to keep Power of Leadership. Now, main swing is interesting here. Also, this Groot shouldn't be here, obviously. I have to fix that. So just pretend this is a dead card. That's all that's going to be. I must have put a Groot in both of them by accident. I'll make this a Drax or something. Actually, do I have it? Yeah. We'll just quickly. Just so it's not like confusing anybody. Okay. Because main swing with the weapon. Oh, I have to exhaust the weapon up though. Now, I just realized that actually isn't as good as I thought it was because it only works for Gamora's sword. Oh well. Anyway, 2 on, 1 threat, 1 threat. I'm going to choose. I'll choose to keep it on Wrecker. Yeah, I'll keep it on Wrecker. Wrecker will attack Star-Lord. Also, I have the helmet, so I actually should have 6 cards. Which is weird because that would have actually procced. So then I guess I actually draw another card. Because I would be at 7 because I have 2 cards in front of me. Okay. So 3, 4, 5 has to be blocked by an ally. Blocked by him. 3, 4, 5. Move the active counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. If you are in here from that villain attacks you after this attack. So it moves over to him. That's 3, 4, 5. 5 damage. But Groot heals 3. But you only at 3 damage. That attack does not get a boost card. So he attacks me for 3. 4. 4 if it's 6 if it's undefended. And I'm going to place 1 threat on the side scheme with the least threat. That would be his. Or either of them, actually. It's 6 if it's undefended. I'll block so it's not undefended. So it's 3, 4. I'll use Jet Boots to block 2 of it. Take 2 damage. And place 1 threat on Bulldozer Scheme. Okay. He then attacks Gamora. She'll also block. So that's a 3, 4. I'll place a threat on his scheme. 4 plus. Whose scheme has the least threat? I'll move it. Yeah, I'll move it over to Bulldoze, I guess. So it's 3, 4. Block for 2, so I take 2 damage. And then he attacks me for 3. Plus 1 is 4. Yeah, Gamora's down. And then I get an encounter card from Bulldozer. Bulldozer attacks you. 3, 4. Discard the top card of each of my deck. Corrupt Prison Guard, and choose either discard an upgrade you control. I'll discard. Upgrade. That's tricky. I have 3 upgrades. It would be place 3 threat on his scheme. Sure, why not? But that unfortunately did not go as planned. Okay. Well now. 2, 3, 4 to play Iron Man. Deal myself an encounter card to play Bad Boy. Use Blaze of Glory to pay for the element gun to fire and defeat the corrupt prison guard. And then I'm going to attack. I'm going to thwart for 2 of the main. And I have Bad Boy, so I may as well stay up. And ready. So I have 6 hand size because of the helmet. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 on. Bulldozer still the active villain. Blocks for 3+. I'll block with Groot. 3 plus 3 is 6. Overkill, so hits 4. 2 damage into Star-Lord. I'll use it to block 1. Groot has taken all the damage he potentially can. And then I get an encounter card. Bulldozer attacks you. Discard the top card of your deck for each damage dealt by this attack. 3. Move that villain who has the least threat. I am going to Bad Boy it, actually. Change the alter ego and draw 2 cards. And then this also doesn't actually do any damage to me because I took no damage. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. If you're an alter ego, place threat equal to that card's printed cost. Wow. That's interesting. One card. One card I was like, just don't get rid of sliding shot. You know? So 3 procs it. Down, we lose 10 cards. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So I'm going to hit for 3. I'm going to just flip this with this card. That is actually an interesting choice here. Because I could, in theory, double... Hold on. If I was to double fire 6 damage, right? 6 damage with double. Can I somehow pull off Element Gun and... Oh, this is gone, by the way. This shouldn't be here. If I pull off 2 Element Guns, 6 damage, and maybe a Blaze of Glory, 10, 14 damage, and then Sky Cycle on Iron Man so that he can do it again, that would actually defeat Bulldozer straight up. Let's do it. Live dangerously, as they say. So, flip up. Daring Escape. To deal myself an encounter card. Ready my hero and draw a card. Okay. I'm going to attach the Sky Cycle to Iron Man. I'm going to give myself another encounter card. Play Element Gun. Then I'm going to use Yondu and Leaders of the Guardians. Use both Element Guns. Do 6 damage to Bulldozer. Then I'm going to use Strength to play Blaze of Glory. Oh no, it will that will actually kill. That will actually kill Iron Man. Because I'll do 4, 8. And then he readies, goes, and then the collateral damage from Blaze of Glory will actually defeat him. That's good. 4, 8, Sky Cycle, 4 more. And with that bulldozer is, as they say, defeated. I will take the damage, but all the other cards go away. And we are left with Rekka as our only villain. I'm just thinking if I should keep Nova Prime. No, I won't. Ready? I have 2, so that means I get my hand size is a 7. Oh, actually, it's an 8. I was hoping to draw into another sliding shot and do like double sliding shots for like tons of damage. I would have drawn another counter card. Okay. 3 on. 1 on. He attacks me. It's 4 plus 4. It's 6 if I don't defend it. A block from 1. So it's 4 plus. Move to counter the villain with the least threat on his side scheme. That's him. That villain scheme. So it's 4. I blocked it for. I can have 3 jet boots for 3. My defense from 1. So I take no damage. He then schemes for 3. For 3. 4. That will activate this. Deal 2 damage to each friendly character. I mean, that's what's going to kill me. Let's be honest. That of any of these cards say, attack me. Deal 1 damage. Attacks me, I'm dead. God. Oh, actually, if it wasn't for the Cobalt toss, I would have survived. Oh well. That was a close one. So, some things I want to tweak. Well, first let's tweak that to put Drax in instead of Fruit. And then I know I have those mean swings, but I feel like those have to come out. Those were pretty dead in my hand. Do I have skill strike in here? Just make sure I don't have any of those cards in. No, I don't. Okay. Just gonna flip these out a bit. And then we're gonna pull in I think it's skilled. Yeah. Because then that'll also make my attacks with the sword 6 as well. So, okay. That was okay. So, do we not? I know power Pile driver makes you discard upgrades. That's why his is annoying, because he can make you discard upgrades. But Bulldozer just does a lot of damage. Neither one has that much stuff, so maybe I take out Bulldozer first. Then one of the other ones. Alright. Take two. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Marvel Champions. We are back with some more Marvel action. And this time we are taking Star-Lord and Gamora against the Wrecking Crew in Expert. We have Star-Lord on leadership, Gamora on aggression. So let's see what we can do against the Wrecking Crew. I think the Wrecking Crew is a fun little scenario to kind of fight against different enemies at the same time. So, all extra shuffled. Let's see what we have for Star-Lord. Laser Blaster team training. All our leadership cards. Do get Nova Prime, but it's a bit unnecessary at this point. I'll remove everything except for these three. Another gutsy move. Okay, that's not the best hand. And then for the setup, we get a copy of the element gun in our hand. Okay. Gamora's hands. Tackle. Force counter. Decisive. Well, this would be a good combo right here. 3, 4, 5, 6. So this plus a keen instinct can help. I kind of want to keep the cross counter. I feel like that's a good card to have potentially. Okay. So I'm going to flip team training with comms implant. Flip up. I will give myself an encounter card from Wrecker to play the element gun. Then I'm going to go 2 to play gutsy move to remove 4th threat from Wrecker scheme. Then I'm going to attack Bulldozer for 2. Then I'm going to use Dang Escape, ready myself, give myself an encounter card, and draw a card. Another 2. To play another gutsy move, this will remove 6. I'll take it off Thunderball. I'll spend 1 to fire the elemental gun for 3 and attack for 2. That's 5 damage to Bulldozer. Alright, Gamora's turn. With the top card of my deck. It's an attack event. I get to draw it. Flip up. I'll use that to play Keen Instincts. I'll play Set the Pace to remove 1 threat from Pile Driver's, from Bulldozer's scheme, dealing 1 damage to him because it's a to act on my ability. Then I'll use Keen Instincts plus Spider Girl to play Decisive Blow. So I've already played a thwart event. It does 7 damage to Bulldozer. Not down to 15. And because it's an attack event, I'll thwart 1 off Bulldozer. And then I'll attack for 2 against him. Bring them down to 13. Get rid of this, keep cross counter. Okay, there's the bad boy. Not the greatest hand, but you can do something with it. Alright. 1 on adds 1 threat to everything. The person with the highest threat is Pile Driver, so he becomes the active villain. He will attack for 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. He'll attack Gamora for 3. I shall block. No, she won't block. 3. Give the active villain a tough status card. And I'll use Keen Instincts to play Cross Counter to prevent the 3 damage. I'll deal 1 damage to Pile Driver to just pop the tough off. Just to get rid of that. And I've removed 1 threat off the main. And because it's an attack and thwart event, I do it again. So I'll do 1 damage to Bulldozer and then 1 threat off Wrecker. Okay. And then 1 event card for Star-Lord, 1 for Gamora. Corrupt Prison Guard. I do not have any. Oh, I do have an upgrade. I'll just place 1 threat on Driver Scheme. Discard the support. I do not have any supports. The villain whose side scheme has the least threat attacks you. Thunderball. Two plus. There's no defending character. So 2 plus 1 is 3 damage because of his ability. Okay. Now I could, in theory, Relentless Assault through the Corrupt Guard into Pile Driver. But I think that's kind of a waste. I'm trying to see if there's a way that I could, like, draw an extra card. I can clobber for 3 and then attack for 2, and that's 5 damage on Bulldozer. I'm gonna have to go. See, for this one, I'm gonna have to go Bad Boy out, and then ability to play Groot, just so I have a blocker, and then Element Gun to get rid of the Corrupt Guard, and then I can attack for 2. I probably have to thwart to keep Power Driver Scheme down quite a bit. Okay. I'm gonna go 1, 2. Was it to play for 2 for 3? Yeah. 1, 2 to play Clobber to deal 3 damage to Bulldozer. I'll attack for 2 more. And that's it. On my turn, 2 plus 1 to play a bad boy. I use my card to play Groot. Discard 1 to fire the Element Gun. That'll defeat the Corrupt Prison Guard. I'll then thwart for 2 on Pile Driver. They'll still be the active villain, but that's okay. Chris is gonna be my wall until I have to, and then Bad Boy can back it up. Hey, Gamora's sword actually finally came out. I might play Nowhere just because I haven't, like, might be a better way to actually get some cards out. Like, no. We'll see. Okay. 1 on. Oh. Give people health. That's a new mechanic. 3-2. If he's still active, he will attack Gamora. 3 plus 2 is 5. Attack, I'll block with Groot. 3 damage, and I'm confused. But Groot heals 2 damage, so. Well, who's confused actually? I'm gonna. Because Groot's the one blocking it, so am I confused? Or is Groot confused? I think you in this case means me. So. Unfortunate. The active villain gains, so he gets 3 hit points. And the tough. Attach the active villain side scheme. Discard the support you control with the highest cost. See, that's why I don't like Pile Driver, because he does that kind of stuff. You know? I'll use 2 cards to play Nowhere. I use 1 to fire the element gun to do 3 damage to Bulldozer. And then I'm going to do this to break my confused. Okay. Gamora's turn. I'll do Keen Instincts and Martial Prowess to play Clobber. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. And I've removed 1 threat from Bulldozer. Comes back into my hand. I almost want to play the sword, to be honest. You know? Like, because if I play the sword, it means I can every attack I do from now on does an extra damage, basically. Or I play 1 to give me more resources. I'm gonna go risky. I'm gonna play the sword. Let's give us some weapons. And then I'm gonna flip and heal for 3. Now all I need now is Godslayer, and then you just have 2 swords. That would be cool. I'm using the target practice and the laser blasters to see how good they are. So far, not sure. 4-3-4. Power Drive is still the main. He attacks. I'll block with Groot. 3 plus nothing, so 3 damage, but he heals 2. But he only takes 1 damage. Schemes for 2 plus 2 makes it 11, so that does pop. Discard the upgrade or support they control with the highest cost. Oh. That's why Power Driver needs to go first. Because that ability is unfun. You are confused. Choose the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. I'll do Thunderbolt. Place 3 threat on the side scheme with the most threat. Okay. Now we have to do something about, because Power Driver's deck is actually almost out, so it'll accelerate on his next draw. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Now we have tons of cards, basically. A lot of zero-cost cards, so we can probably... I could actually play both Decisive Blow and Forward Momentum this round. I'm gonna recover for 3. Flip up. Then I'm gonna go set the pace to remove 1 threat from a scheme. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. I'll deal 1 damage to Bulldozer. So now Bulldozer is defeated. Then I'm gonna play 2 to play Decisive Blow. To deal before that, I'm gonna do Acrobatic Move to deal 2 damage to Power Driver to break the tough. Remove 1 threat of Wrecker. Then play Decisive Blow. That does 7 damage to him. So it's 24. That was an attack. I guess technically this is an attack as well, so I would have taken 2 retaliates. And then I'll do these 2 to play. My other option, hold on. It's actually play Concussive Blow. So 1, 2, 3. Concussive Blow to confuse and deal 3 damage to Power Driver. It's not an, it is an attack. Okay. Star-Lord's turn. I am going to give he's still active, isn't he? Give myself a card that will cause it to accelerate, because that was the last card for Power Driver. And then I'm going to spend 2 to play Beta Ray Bill. He's a Guardian. I'm going to exhaust this to draw 1 card. Does that work? All allies I control gain the Guardian trait, and I played him. But does that... I don't know if that works now. We'll see. I'll then do this to break the confused. Then escape to ready, draw a card, and yes, get another counter card. Beta Ray Bill will attack, defeating this escaped convict, removing 2 threat off the main scheme. Then I'm going to use 1 to play Star-Lord's Helmet. Then I'm going to attack. I am going to thwart for 2 on Thunderball. Okay. So we can play 1, 2 to play Klaba, 3 damage. Klaba that to play Godslayer, and then that to do 6, 9 damage. So I can do 9 damage from Gamora's side. Potentially lethal. I have 2 cards, so my hand size is a 7. Ooh, hello there. Hello, sliding shot and element gun. That's pretty good combos. Alright. 2 on. 1, 1, 1. Active villain becomes Wrecker. So he will attack Gamora. 3, 5 if not under. I will. Oh, so you have to block. That's the problem. I'll block with Beta Ray Bill actually. So it's a 3. I'll make it +3. I'm okay with that. Then he goes to attack. I'll block with Groot. 3 plus. I'll give him 2 threat on his side scheme. It does 3 damage, but he heals, so he goes up to 5. Heals 2. Groot, it just keeps taking those hits from me. And then encounter card. Encounter card. Held hostage. Pile driver gets +3 hit points. You cannot attack anybody else except pile driver. You are confused. Choose the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. That would be Thunderball. Reveal his card. Corrupt Prison Guard. So that's a Wrecker card, and that's a Power Driver card, and minions. Alright. This to get really confused. Daring escape to ready myself, draw a card, and yes, give myself an encounter card. Okay. I'll then give myself another encounter card to play Element Gun. I'll use 1 to fire the Element Gun to take out the Corrupt Prison Guard. Then I'll use 3 to play Sliding Shot. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage to Power Driver. I take retaliate damage back. Then I will flip and heal. Okay. Gamora's turn. Keen Instincts and Thor to play Kalaba. 3 damage. Takes a Retaliate. Comes back. 2, 1 to play Godslayer. That would have actually removed 1 threat from Reckless Scheme. That's an issue, actually. I may have to... Oh, I can't remove, right? By thwarting. Oh. That's not a thwart event, though. Interesting. So the question now is... I could swing for 6 to bring Power Driver down to 6. And then do I flip down? I'll be at a 3. No, that'd be too risky. Because I'll be at a 3. His ability will knock me down to a 1. I'll probably draw that card that like does 1 damage to me. I think I have to play it safe. And yeah, I have to play it safe. Remove 2 threat of the main. A cross counter, that's gonna actually be pretty big. That's a big card. Oh my god. 3, 4, 5, 6. Double sliding shots. Well, I have jet boots as well. Ooh. This is gonna be good. Okay. 2 on. +1. +1. He still remains active. Tries to scheme. 3 plus 2. It does pop. 2 damage to everybody. Okay. Then goes to attack Gamora. She'll block it. Will I block it? You have to block it. 3 plus 1 is 4. I'll do Keen Instincts to do cross counter. To prevent 3 of that damage. Well, prevent all the damage. I deal 1 damage to an enemy and remove 1 threat from a scheme. So it has to be this scheme. This attack. I guess I take a damage from the attack. I guess. Yeah. And then I get to do 1 damage and 1 thwart. I'll do it off that way. And then encounter card. Encounter card. The active villain heals 3 hit points. Not damage. Does it say if he give that villain a tough status card? Becca's command. Or ally with the fewest remaining hit points. I'll do it to Groot, who also has 1 hit point. So it adds 3 to hit this. Oh, sorry. And then he gets the crowbar. So I drew it. I forgot it does it to anybody below. It's not just who drew it. I'm gonna go 2, play Nebula. So that's my deck for a card. Gonna use that card. I mean, I could, in theory. No, let's not go crazy here. Use this to play Conditioning Room. Nebula. I'm just trying to think for Peter Quill. I can go Sliding Shot into an attack, and that'll be 7, 10 damage. So Starlo can defeat Power Driver, no problem. So Nebula will just have to, I guess, thwart 2 off Thunderballs. And then flip down. I'll use Conditioning Room to heal 1 damage. Return the bottommost attack or thwart card. So it should be up here. To my hand. Oh. I'll keep it. Not bad. Okay. Quill's turn. I am actually gonna go. Well, let's take this through for a second. Wait, where's my deck? Oh. So I should have had an extra card. That would have been 3. I'm not. It's okay. Hold on. That would have been 4 on from this. Size him as the least would have been him. And then this would have moved to the active counter to the villain. Wait, sorry. As the least threat. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. That was just confusing. So what I could do is I can go Jet Boots, Sliding Shot, Energy Pistol, and keep Sliding Shot for the next one I'm going to do, actually. Yeah. Now I can go 2. I could technically go Cosmo if it matters. No, it doesn't. 2. Jet Boots. Yeah, for 3. Flip up. Give myself an encounter card to play a Sliding Shot. 5, 6, 7 damage. Take a damage back. I'm actually going to use the Jet Boots to counter that. And then discard a card to use Element Gun to deal 3 damage to Power Driver. That will defeat Power Driver. Okay, that's 2 down. And that's it. Oh. I have 1 card, so my hand size is a 6. I can do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm like planning up the math in my head. I'm like, let's how much damage can we do? How much damage can we do? 1, 2, 3. Oh god, double tackles. 4, 5, 6. We got the skill truck, so we can do the massive 6 damage swing. That'd be fun. Okay. 2 on. +1. +1. And we're dead. Rekka is just... Rekka is proving to be most troublesome, I must say. Like, it's just insane. I just don't understand. Do I take out Rekka first? Is that the play? Or is the play to take on... Well, let's think this through. Who's the issue right now? Because your power driver's cards get rid of my upgrades and supports. That's pretty annoying. Like, that's just not a good play for us. Really. I'm surprised. I actually thought this was gonna be like a cakewalk. And it's not. So it's good to know at least that it's definitely, even in this situation, it can still be quite tricky and quite challenging of a scenario. I'm just trying to figure out what I can do. I might tweak my deck for Star-Lord. Also, I have to check actually. I realize I have Sky Cycles just for is I no I guess I have Hawkeye as well. I think those are the only 2 allies I have that are Avengers. Right? So I may get rid of the Sky Cycles actually. And instead of the Sky Cycles, put in hmm. I'll put in 2 reinforced suits. Because a reinforced suit on Groot makes him an 8 health ally. Or then plus team training 9 health ally who can block and absorbs heals 2 every time he blocks. That'll pretty much make him a wall for me. At comms implant. He's just the ultimate guardian. Alright. So. Hard again? Ugh. This is rougher than I thought. It's all about the order, I think. I still think Power Driver has to go first. His cards are too annoying. He needs to be blown up. But I feel like the other way to do it actually is, and that might be better, is to just weaken them all down relatively simultaneously and then just like annihilate them. That might be the play. That's going to be the strategy. Greetings, everybody, and welcome. It is time for some more Marvel Champions. We have Star-Lord and Gamora taking on the Wrecking Crew in expert mode. So, the Wrecking Crew, I think, is a fun little challenge. They're a fun little scenario that has a bunch of different villains attacking you. And I wanted to play some Star-Lord and some Gamora on stream because they came out while I was kind of working on the Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign. So let's give them a little crack, see how they play on stream. So we'll shuffle up all the decks. We got 6 decks to shuffle up. And let's see what we have. So we have Star-Lord playing leadership, and we have Gamora on aggression to kind of deal the damage. Well, this hand is, how do we say it? Not exactly the best hand in the world. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's not terrible. I can play Beta Ray Bill here. And then I draw my element gun. Okay. Gamora's cards. Tackle. The hell? Three, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have to get rid of Spider Girl, Relentless Assault. Get rid of 1 cross counter. I think having both in my hand kind of is detrimental. Alright. Not the greatest start, but we'll see what we can do. I am going to draw, swap out cards. Great. Another element gun. Actually, that's not too bad. So I'll give myself an encounter card to play an element gun. Then 1, 2, 3, play another element gun. Then I'm going to attack for 2. No, I'm not going to attack for 2. I'm going to thwart for 2 on the Wrecker. Then escape to give myself another card. Ready. And draw a card. And then I'm going to fire both element guns to deal 6 damage to Bulldozer. And then I'm going to attack 2 on Bulldozer. Okay. Gamora's turn. The top card, it is a thwart event, so I draw it. Flip up. I'll do double set the paces. Remove 2 threat, and I deal 1 damage to an enemy. I'll deal 1 damage to Power Driver. I'll remove 2 threat. Who do I want to be the main? I move 1 from here. 1 from here. I go 2, 3 to play tackle, to stun Thunderball and deal 3 damage to Thunderball. Because it's an attack event, I can remove 1 thwart from Power Driver. And then I'm going to attack for 2 on Bulldozer. So the strategy I'm trying on this time around is I'm going to be actually attacking them, kind of spreading the damage out, as opposed to just bursting one down. I feel like that by spreading damage down and lowering them, I can pump out damage quite quickly. But I think I'm gonna save the sliding shots and the big hits for Power Driver to get him down to like under 10. Okay. Adam Warlock has survived. Yeah, Cosmo. Cosmo could be an interesting. Ooh, we drew the sword though. The sword is quite juicy. Gotta say, the sword is a juicy card. Alright. Adds 1 to everything. Active villain becomes Thunderball. Tries to attack, he can't, he's stunned. Tries to attack Gamora. 2 plus 4. I will cross counter it. So I'll prevent 3 damage, I take 1 damage. Now I'll take 1 damage from his ability, which basically does 1 damage to each creature I control character. And then I get to remove 1 threat and deal damage. Remove a threat, deal damage. Get to do it again because of my ability, which is limit once per phase, not once per round. Okay. And then encounter card. Deal 1 damage to the person with the fewest hit points. That's you. Attach to the active villain side scheme. That would be Thunderball. Thunderball attacks you. If it's undefended, place 3 threat on his side scheme. I mean, 3 threats a bit annoying, but I'll do it. So it's... Oh, this is the Bushka, right? Yeah. Yeah, because I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You have 1 damage, it's not defending character, so it's... It is a defending character, so it's 2, 1, so I take 2 damage. Then 1 from the ability. Alright. Corrupt the prison guard. Not the worst thing to fight. Ah, I want to play the Gamora's sword, but then he becomes an issue. F it. 2-1, Gamora's sword is in play. Then we're gonna thwart for 2 on Bulldozer. No, Wrecker. Okay. This is a really bad hand, to be honest. I'll 2, 3, 4 to play Iron Man? No. 1, 2 to play Cosmo. And then I'm going to fire 2 element guns. One's going to defeat this prison guard. And then one's going to do 3 damage to Wrecker, not to Thunderball. Cosmo is going to... Do I use Cosmo right now? No. I would have named support, so... I could probably name upgrade, maybe. I don't know, actually. Okay. One on. Spread the love. Active villain is my choice. I'm gonna move it actually to Bulldozer. Yeah, yeah. 3, I'll defend for 2. So it's 5 damage. Take 3 damage from that. Attacks. I'll have Cosmo block it for 2 and just 3, 4, take 2 damage. I'm okay. I'm okay just having Cosmo take the hit for me. Encounter cards each. Discard 1 card at random. Take damage equal to its printed cost. I swear to God, if I discard Thor right now. Escaped Convict. Surges. Top X cards of your 3. For each different card, discard this way. Ally, ally, ally. So only 1 threat added. That's not bad. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, do I bother actually playing Dang Escape? Because the issue I have with playing Dang Escape is I don't have anything that's benefiting me for drawing encounter cards. So I'm actually hurting myself by playing it. You know? Like, she could play Drax. I can give Drax a reinforced suit. That'll make him pretty beefy. I can give it to Thor as well. I think the play is to attack for 2 to defeat this convict. Let's get him off the stage. Then I'm going to... Although I play Hawkeye. No, I think we do these 2. Do 6 damage to... Thunderball. And then I have this. I'm going to keep this. And then keep that. Gamora's turn. She's going to... I can actually confuse a concussive blow someone. So that's actually worth it. Who's going to be the active? 3, 6... Bulldozer will be the active. So I'm actually going to do these 3 to play concussive blow. I did confuse and I did pay for it with a physical, so it deals 3 damage. Confused. It's an attack event. So Gamora's sword activates to deal 1 damage to an enemy. I'll deal it to Power Driver. And because it's an attack event, I get to do a thwart. I'll take 1 thwart off Thunderball. And then I'll flip down. Not ideal, but it works. See, now we have cards like Daring Escape works, Sliding Shot works. You know, that makes more sense. I can now give myself 2 cards. I can do 7, 9 damage. I can do 9 damage quickly and burst someone down quite a bit. So I think that is the proper play. 1 adds to everything. 4, 5, 5. Okay, tries to attack. 3 plus. I'm gonna have to block it just in case. 2 damage. Tries to scheme. Can't. Is confused. Then encounter card. Encounter card. Bulldozer's helmet. The villain whose side scheme has the most threat schemes. That would be Bulldozer. 3. So it does trigger. So 10 cards off the top. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That hurt. Alright. Here for 3. Use my ability to look at the top card is not an event card. Okay. It's gonna move to one of these guys next. So I can control who I want it to be and then stun that person. So let's see. I don't have a thwart event, so I can't decisive blow properly. But I can go. Yeah. Okay. I can go 1 to play Keen Instinct. Keen Instinct plus Genius to play Tackle. I'm going to use this to play a physical, so it's going to do 3 damage and stun him. Because it's an attack event, I can do an extra damage on my choice to an enemy. And because it's an attack event, I can remove a 1 threat. Then I'll keep decisive blow. Star-Lord's turn. Daring Escape. 2 ready. Draw a card. Get an encounter card from Bulldozer. Ooh, okay. Get myself a second encounter card. And I'm going to play Sliding Shot. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage to somebody. I'm going to do 9 damage to Bulldozer. Brings him down to 8. Then I'll do this to play Star-Lord's helmet. Gonna pop these 2 gutsy moves. Do double element gun to do 6 damage to Bulldozer. I'm gonna. Oh, I could kill him. Oh, that's so. No. flip here for 3. As much as it would be awesome to. But he's low. He's one gunshot away, so I can keep him pretty low until things get out of control. Do the Godslayer, we can go Godslayer, Gamora Sword, and just unload. Joker, I get another encounter card. And it's a sliding shot. Oh god. And the jet boots. So jet boots into double elemental guns and sliding shot. So 7, 10, 13 points of damage swinging through. Can you say Thunderball is going to go down to 4? Okay, 1 on. Active villain is now Thunderball. Tries to attack. He can't. Stun. Schemes for... Oh, that's actually annoying. Is what it is. 3 plus 2. That does pop his ability. His ability stuns everybody. Which means I have to... That's annoying. Oh well. And then encounter card. Encounter card. You can pop the Hell Hostages to like remove the threat, but the villain whose side scheme has the least threat attacks you. 4, 5, 5. That would be Thunderball. I will take it. 2. Discard an upgrade you control. I'll have to discard this. That's annoying. But 2 plus 1 from his ability, 3 damage. Discard an upgrade or place 1 threat in the active villain side scheme for each upgrade. 3. Discard top X cards off your deck where X is Bulldozer's attack. 4. For each different type of card. Event, ally, support, resource. On whose deck does it go on? It goes on his. Bulldozer Schemes. Discard the top card of your deck for each threat placed by this activation. 3. So I discard 3 cards. And then, are these all Bulldozer cards? Oh, I'm not even done yet. I lose because his ability procced. We lose top 10 cards of our deck. Well, thank God. Now, I forget the ruling for this. I think the ruling is you resolve all the encounter cards in front of you, even if you get one after the fact that you wouldn't have. But those are all Bulldozer cards. Here's a villain whose side scheme has the least threat. That could be Bulldozer now. Choose a villain whose side scheme has the least threat. Ramming speed on Bulldozer. Well, I think we have to pop Bulldozer now at this point. He's becoming a bit out of control. And then another Hell Hostage. Right? I think I have to, because I have to break the stun. Then I can shoot one shot to take care of Bulldozer. And then I can weaken Thunderball. Yeah. This to pop the tough. These two to play Jet Boots. These two do double elemental gun. So 3 damage to Bulldozer, 3 damage to Thunderball. So Bulldozer is now defeated. And then I'll give myself an encounter card to deal 5, 6, 7 damage to Thunderball, bringing him down to 7. Okay. I'm going to use my ability to see if I can draw a thwart card. No, it is tackle though. That's useful. The annoying part is the annoying part is I have to heal for 3, flip up, play Clobber. I think it still comes to my hand even though I'm stunned. But I did play the card. Then I'm going to use that 1, 2, 3 to play a tackle. I'm going to stun and deal 3 damage to Thunderball, removing 1 threat off Rekka. Actually, I play the card. I still played it though, so I think Clobber still comes back. Either way, I'll just discard this just to play safe. I'm hoping to draw into like a cross counter or something. Nope. Okay. 2 on adds it. I believe it still keeps him as the active. So tries to attack Star-Lord is stunned. Tries to attack Gamora. I'll block it, so it's 2. Deal 1 damage, so plus his ability. I take 2 damage. And then encounter card. Encounter card. The active villain heals 3 hit points. Yeah, and he gets tough. God. All the cards. And he gets his ball and chain. Great. Okay. And radioactive buildup. Okay. So we need to figure out how to... Okay, so... Acrobatic move deals 2... that's annoying, actually. Because... I can remove 5 threat of scheme. I guess it'll still be fine, though. Yeah, because I could actually play Yondu. And Yondu plus a gun, plus the guns will take out Thunderball. And I can even give him a laser blaster and a comms implant. Oh my god, he'll be insane. No, that's a bit much. No, because I have to fire 2 shots, right? So 1, 2. I'm one card short. Unless I don't have to fire the pistol. We'll see. Okay. You have 2 damage to an enemy that'll pop the tough on Thunderball. I get to remove 1 threat off a scheme. I'll remove 1 threat off Wrecker scheme. Then I'll use this plus toe to toe with full momentum to remove 5 threat off. Actually, I'll do it the other way around. So I'll do 1 off here, 5 off here. I'll do 1 damage to Thunderball. Then I'm going to play another Keen Instinct. So down. Star-Lord. I do have Jet Boots. I'm going to give myself an encounter card and play 1 to play Yondu. 1 to give Yondu a Laser Blaster. His attacks do 2 damage. This actually works. So you can do 2 damage. Fire Pistol, 5 damage. 6, 7 damage. That will actually defeat Thunderball. I think that my understanding, even though the card I have on me is a Thunderbolt card, I think it still technically will activate and then it just goes away for good. But that's at least 1 person gone. And I have a +1 block if I need to. Okay. 2 down, 2 to go. Let's do this. 2, I do have the helmet, so I draw 6 cards. And we have the reinforced suit, and we have target practice. So I can give Yondu even more attack powers. It's time for Yondu's game. Okay, 2 on. Add 1. Add 1. Active villain becomes Pile Driver. Goes to Scheme. 2. Plus 2 is 4. Discard the upgrade or support with the highest cost. That goes. One of my guns goes. Ouch. Goes to attack Star-Lord. 3 plus 2 is 5. I'll Jet Boost 1 of it. Take 4 damage. And then 1 encounter card, 1 encounter card. The villain, alter ego. The villain whose side scheme has the most threat schemes. 2. 2. Not bad. And then Surge. Fire Driver gets +3 hit points. And remove each stun and confused stars from each villain. If there isn't any, this card gains Surge. Choose a villain whose side scheme has the least threat. Discard an upgrade you control or place 1 threat for each upgrade. I have 4 upgrades. That's rough. I'll discard the Laser Blaster. Okay. I'll take the lead. This is proving quite challenging, as they say. I will just give him back his laser pistol. Attack for 2. That'll just pop this guy. Get him gone for good. Then I am going to thwart for 2 on the main scheme. Daring escape. Ready, draw a card. And I get an encounter card. Play target practice. Ooh. I could... No, it's not worth it. Reinforce suit to shoot the elemental gun. Oh, I can't. I can't shoot the gun at Rekko. I feel like these attacks should have range because it's a gun, you know? Just saying. I will give myself an encounter card. Do sliding shot. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage to Power Driver. Bring that on 17. Take 1 damage from Retaliate. I'll flip. Heal for 3. And that's it for my turn. Okay. Gamora's turn. So who's it going to be? It's still going to be Power Driver, basically. So 1, 2. Oh wait, hold on. Before I do anything, use my ability. It's not a thingy. I can tackle or I can confuse. I should probably heal myself for 3, then flip up. Well, so let's see what happens. I think it's better to confuse him, because if I confuse him, so he's confused and he takes 3 damage. I do take a retaliate. I can actually then spend 2 cards to discard this distracting taunt, which will also remove 3 hit points from him. And that also will allow me to start to work on Rekka a bit. I think that'll be a better play, because he's pretty low at 11. Like 1 sliding shot pretty much will get him most of the way there. Like a sliding shot into elemental gun does 10 damage. So he's pretty much gone. So now we just focus on Rekka and we should be good. Ready. Keep tackle, it's a good card. No cross counter. And get another encounter card. I mean, we have the cards in theory to make Ultimate Groot. To make a 9 health Groot that just messes everybody up. It would be my entire hand. But a 9 health Groot would be amazing. He pretty much guarantees I can't die. And I still have Yondu with doing 2 damage a shot. So Yondu can actually slowly pick off Pile Driver because his attacks are ranged, so they cannot retaliate. Alright, 2 on. Add 1. Add 1, he's still the main. Goes to Scheme, Cat is confused. Goes to Attack. 3, I will defend for 2. Discard a support you control. I have no support. So I only take 1 damage. Okay, and then encounter card. Encounter card. Attach to the active villain side scheme. Discard the support you control with the highest cost. I do have a support. Yeah. Escaped Convict. Surges. The active villain gains 3 hit points. And the tough. You are confused. Overall, how many cards I drew? Not that bad. Power Driver attacks you. If he is tough, he gets a +2. So he's swinging at a 5+. I have to block what Yondu. 3. It's a lot of damage. Not only is it a lot of damage, this deck flips. Which means you got another acceleration token on the main scheme. Yondu's defeated. Which sucks because that was actually going to be perfect time to just start to weaken him off. But I couldn't afford to pretty much have Gamora be killed. Okay, well that was fun. So in theory, I need to do forward momentum really. Removes 5 threat if I can play an attack event somehow. No, I just don't have the cards for it. I think I have to confuse Pile Driver. And then flip down. I think is the play. Confuse Pile Driver. So I'm 1, 2, 3. Concussive Blow. Confuse and deal 3 damage. So the tough gets eaten while he is confused. It is an attack, so it does retaliate. And I get to remove 1 threat from a scheme. And then flip down. Okay, Quill's turn. We'll cycle a card out just to see what happens. Here for 3. Flip up. I'm going to use my ability to give Root out for free. And this to play Team Training. This to play Reinforced Suit on Groot. So Groot now has 9 hit points. Good God. And then this to fire the elemental gun to defeat this convict. Just get him off the board. So now we have Groot at 9 hit points. He's just a wall that can take a hit from me. I guess if I draw a double cross counter when I'm in Alter Ego. We have the sliding shot. So that's 7 damage. Plus the pistol is 10 damage. So we've got to figure out a way to do an additional 4 damage somehow. Ironically enough, I could do Adam Warlock to do it. Oh no, I can't do Adam Warlock. I wouldn't have a card to fire the pistol with. She could probably do it. Alright. 3 on. Add 1. Add 1. He tries to scheme, he can't. Tries to attack. I'll block with Groot. 3. Give the villain a tough status card. So he takes 3 damage, but he heals 2 damage, so he only takes 1 damage. And then card. Remove each stunned and confused. They are not stunned or confused. Card gains Surge. Discard the support you control with the highest upgrade. If no support, then it becomes 2. This forces down to 3 because it activates. Discard the upgrade or support with the highest cost. That goes. And unfortunately, my gun goes. Pile Driver gains 3 hit points again. Pile Driver attacks. If Pile Driver is tough, this gains a +2. So it's a 3, 4, 5. I'll block. For 7. So I take 6 damage. Right? 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Well, that just didn't go as planned. Not did it? That just went completely sideways. That's actually really annoying. Alright. So 1, 2. Remove 3 threat or deal 3 damage. Maybe remove 3 threats so I don't scheme out by accident. 3 to play Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock will attack to pop the tough. Oh, sorry, before he does that, before we do that, I will give myself an encounter card and play Sliding Shot to do 5, 6, 7 damage to Wrecker. Oh hey, I didn't see this was over here this whole time. Then I'm gonna have Adam attack to pop the tough off. He'll take a retaliate, so he has 2 damage. And I can remove 3 threat from the scheme. And then I'm gonna flip down. Because I am in pain. Gamora will heal for 3. Look at the top card. It is an event. Thank you. Flip up. Okay. How much damage can we do? That's the question, isn't it? I think it's not wise to or contact other villains. Oh. Wait a minute. That's actually because of this. I couldn't have actually played Sliding Shot. So, I mean, I could play Sliding Shot, but I'll die. So I guess that means I need to just see which one would have gone to the discard pile. Yeah. And then he gets 7 damage back. So who's going to be the active? It'll be my choice. Okay. So I think it's best to stun. I think it's best to stun Rekka. I'm debating if it's worth to play Klaba. No, I think it's better to do this. Oh no, I can't. I can't. Oh, I can't actually Klaba. I can't tackle Rekka because Power Driver is the main villain because of his card. That means I would have to tackle him. I could do 10 damage. I'd rather stun him personally. Yeah. 2, 3 to play tackle. Stun the enemy. Takes 3 damage. I take a retaliate. It's an attack event. I remove 1 threat off a scheme. Then I'm gonna go toe to toe and decisive blow to play forward momentum to remove 5 threat off the main and deal 1 damage to Power Driver. And I'll keep the course counter in case I get attacked the second time from something. I do have Groot as well, I guess. So I have ways to block. Oh. Oh, I can't even attack anyway. I just realized that. Because you need the gun out. You need a gun to sliding shot. So 2, 3 elemental gun, 1 sliding shot out. Fire. Heal. Of course, I do a double cross counters. Okay, 3 on. 1. 1. I will. I could, in theory, make Rekka the main. Yeah, let's do it, actually. Oh, no. Let's not do it. Because if Rekka schemes and active and somehow hits his thing, Star-Lord's dead. So we'll keep it on him. So he schemes for 2 plus 1. Tries to attack, can't, stun. And then encounter card, encounter card. See if 2 that he does. Has the least threat with the top card of his deck. Place 2 threat on each side scheme. That's scary because his card does 1 damage to the person with the lowest health, regardless of who it is. And that could mess me up quite easily. But my hand is not pretty much trash now. But I'll do Kalaba for 3 damage. Remove 1 threat. No, I'll remove a threat from here, actually. Take a Retaliate back. Comes back into my hand. I could actually get rid of one of these, but it's not worth it. And then spend these 2 to play a CITT. No. Wait a minute. it's not worth that either because there's a good chance he'll scheme out. And then I'll lose a upgrade unless I can do... I might be able to actually. 7, 10 damage. Yeah, I can do that actually. I'll do another clobber. So another 3 damage. I'll take a retaliate. I'll flip. And I'll heal for 3. Okay, Peter's turn. Heal for 3. Jesus Christ, heal for 3. Okay. So 2/3 to play element gun. Then I'm going to trade sliding shot for this. Just so that nothing weird happens. Flip up. Fire the pistol. Does 3 damage. Give myself an encounter card. Play sliding shot. 5, 6, 7 damage. That will defeat him. Everyone's dead except for Wrecker now. And I do have extra use of Adam Warlock, actually. So I'll have Adam Warlock Award from 1. Discard Nova Prime, which is a wild, to heal me for 3. Just so I have extra health, just so I don't, like, take a beating by accident. The last thing I want to do is just get hit by something that'll crush me. Okay, we got 1 person left, 36 health. We know we have a sliding shot coming up. So 5. Blaze of Glory. Do we just go ham? Daring escape, sliding shot, Blaze of Glory. It's gonna be... I don't even know how much damage this might potentially be, but it'll be crazy. Let's see. Okay. 3 on. 1 on. Obviously, he's the active villain. Period. We'll scheme against Gamora. 3. The villain attacks... It does not attack me. So that's 3. Goes to attack. I'll defend it with Brute. So 3. I'll take the... Ooh. 8, 9. Yeah, I'll take actually. So it'll be a 6. He takes 6 damage, goes up to 7. But he has 9 health. Because of reinforced suit and team training. So then he heals 2. Good God. It actually worked. The Groot strategy. Reckless Command. The active villain gains 3 hit points. Give that villain a tough status card. Okay. I'm actually going to quickly check, because I know that was an errata. I have to just see what the errata was for that. Because I know that there was an issue with it where it was... Okay, so it should be heals. So his health can't go over 36. Okay. I know one said healed, one said gain. So I was just kind of like... wanted to make sure that it actually made sense. Okay, but that's all the cards, I believe. Take the lead. Okay, so how much damage can we do? Also, wait, you should have a consequential damage. I can, so let's take this through. That to do a sliding shot, daring escape, blaze of glory. Blaze of glory would be interesting because I can daring escape myself as well. So that means I can actually do 4, 8, 11, 14, and then 9 is 23 points of damage. Meaning she has to do 13 damage somehow. Which I have Nebula. I think I can do it actually, or I can get damn close. We'll see. Alright. This is the play. Right here, guys. Clip it. We'll start off simple. Fire the gun for 3 points. Because it's piercing, it breaks the tough, and then does 3 points of damage. Perfect. Then we're gonna spend 2 to play Blaze of Glory. Each guardian character gets +2 Thor and +2 attack. I'm gonna attack for 4. I'm then gonna play Daring Escape. I ready myself. I draw a card. Oh my god. I get an encounter card. Attack for 4. Guess what? Another Daring Escape. Draw a card. Get myself another encounter card. Ready myself. Attack for 4. Okay. Use my ability to give myself an encounter card. To play Sliding Shot. 5. I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage with Sliding Shot. Brings him down to 10. Then I'm going to attack with Adam Warlock for 3. I don't know if his ability triggers. I'm gonna say it doesn't because he takes the damage which will defeat him. So he's I don't know if his response. He's not alive to do his response. So, and then each guardian character takes the damage. And then for Gamora's turn, draw a card. It is an event. Flip up. 2 to play Nebula. Search my deck. Oh, wow. Really? Okay. Shuffle the 1 card in my deck. I go 2, 3, 4 to play Thor. I did use a physical, so I do 3 damage to the villain. And then I'll play acrobatic move to deal 2 damage to the enemy. And then 2, 4, 6 damage to defeat Wrecker. Wrecker is gone, and the Wrecking Crew has been defeated. So just like that, we've crushed all 4 of the Wrecking Crew with Star-Lord and Gamora. And you can see it is quite an intense game. Star-Lord is you really play by your like ups and downs with Star-Lord. And it is crazy. So just to recap, he was at full health and tough. And we one-shotted Wrecker, basically. So, just to recap, I think we did 3, 4, 8, 12, 15, 18, 29 points of damage. I think it was 4, 8, 12 plus 3 is 7 plus the 11, 18, 19, 20, 21 points of damage. Right there, I think. And then we did all the additional damage. So that was a bit crazy. But we've won. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. And be sure to follow for more Marvel Champions content and check out my other Marvel Champion videos on the channel. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So hold on. Did I actually do the right amount of damage? Yeah, because I did 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that did 11. And I did 4, 8, 12, 15, 4, 8, 12, 15, 26, 29 damage, and then she did the extra 11 damage to finish him off. Yeah. Wow. Talk about freaking insane. So, took us a while, but we beat it. Fucking beat it. And we made it out of it. Yeah. Cool. All right, so let's put some music on and then we will BRB. Because that was intense. All right, we are back, back. Full bomb of text, but that was actually okay. So that was actually that was intense. I must say, I was not prepared for. I mean, Wrecking Crew Expert is a fun encounter. Like it's the having to deal with the puzzle of trying to figure out just how to exactly take them all on is a fun puzzle. So I'm glad that we were able to defeat that. That being said, I'm going to switch gears quite a bit actually. I'm going to switch over to the Arkham world of Arkhams. Just because why not? No, why not? And then I need to see what cards I have. I think I'm going to do it. So the way I think I'm going to do this moving forward for Arkham. So let's see. I have all of Dawn, which I have all of Forgotten Age. I guess the question is, have they announced like on the official website at all if they're redoing the like are they announced if they are going to change how they do Arkham moving forward? So I think okay, so I think it does make sense to try and finish. I guess it makes sense to try and finish Path and Innsmouth physically, and then I can just buy the Dream Meters and Circle Undone when they actually have when they if they do the upgrade to it to those hacks. I think would be the play. Once I get 200 points, I'll be able to buy a pack or something. Okay. So I think we'll do it with the cards we have here. And then so I need to go into studio mode. Just kind of going through and fixing the settings on some stuff. No, close enough. Okay. Transition over here. We'll update stream information to building Arkham LCG decks. Technically, this is for Tabletop Simulator, so I'll keep it in here. So we need 5 packs for Carcosa, we need 5 packs for Innsmouth to finish those off, and then Dream Eaters and Circle Undone we'll just do ourselves when they release the packs. That being said, let's make our new decks. Only Investigators in my collection. For the first one, I'll probably pick ones I'm comfortable with. So what Guardians do I have? I might do Mark Harrigan. I would do Sister Mary, but I don't want to bust out Sister Mary just because I'm not sure on how Sister Mary might work. Actually, that's what I should probably make this a video, I guess. Right? Yeah, I probably could. Makes sense. Okay. And then this is going to be for the core base set. So, all right. Welcome everybody, it's Rob from Stage Sour Games, and we're here with something a bit different for the channel. I've been talking about a bit on some of my streams of incorporating Arkham Horror LCG to the channel. Obviously, if you guys may be seeing some of my Marvel Champion videos, and those are made by the same company, similar vein. So the Arkham game is a game that I also play quite a bit of. So I wanted to bring that to you guys as well and show you guys how to play that on Tabletop Simulator, as well as just how to play it. So this video is going to be me deck building for my 2 decks that I'll be playing with as I run through. In this case, it'll be the core set, the Knight of Zealot campaign, which is 3 scenarios. So I think what I'm going to do, and the list you see on the screen are the different choices I have for investigators. I don't have all the cards in my physical collection, and as of this, I'm going to be playing with my physical collection cards, even though I am playing online. So in theory, I could play with every card in the game. I thought, let's make it similar to Marvel, play with what I actually have in my collection. So with that, this is what I have to work with. Since it's gonna be my first time playing it on tabletop, I'm gonna go with some more familiar classes, if you will. I personally like Guardian and Seeker as two big ones. So I probably will. Volan comes with the base set, but he's okay. I normally would play Zoe. Zoe's the one I play a lot of, probably the most. So she's a possibility. Sister Mary, I want to hold off on Sister Mary just because that's us adding in the bless and the curse tokens into the bag, and I kind of want to hold off on that at the beginning of this series. Leo is not bad for his ally abilities. Mark does damage. Let's see his stats. 3, 2, 5, 3. That's not bad. I might do a Mark Harrigan deck. I haven't done a Mark Harrigan So Mark Harrigan's deck building is Guardian cards, Neutral cards, and Tactic cards. Now, he obviously, because in campaign you start with level 0 cards only, and you start with some cards already built in. Sophie, which cannot leave play. Take 1 indirect damage, I get a +2 to a skill value. If I have 5 or more damage, Sophie flips. And it becomes a bad thing. And then the home front is a skill. If it's doing an attack, I can move 1 damage from Mark to the enemy. Then my weakness is for every 2 damage I take a horror. And there's a random basic weakness. So, first things first, I'm going to go through the other classes and to see what my tactic options are on them. I've got a plan. I'm not going to use that. Barricade? No. Shortcut? Shortcut is potential. I can move that investigator to a connecting location. I'll also actually upgrade the taboo list just to make sure that it's accurate. Backstab, I have better attack, no point. Coup de grace? I guess, but maybe not. Elusive. Sneak attack. Not some of those are that great. We'll see what we get. And then cutting distraction. That could be a good way just to get out of stuff. It's not only enemy attached location gets aloof. That's actually not bad. Attach hiding spot to any location. So that means it essentially makes them so that they won't engage with me. Cutting distraction is also really good as like a get out of jail free card, but it is 5, so it's a bit expensive. Anyway, so first things first, let's go through. So I like the main thing is to get weapons because we need to do damage, of course. So I like the 45 automatic standard weapon. I might do 2 automatics and a Colt. I may even do a survival knife, 1 to 2. We'll put 2 in for now, just in case. A guard dog. I put 1 guard dog in and 1 beat cop. Those are my 2 standard allies for Guardians. Beat cop to upgrade it into the higher level beat cop. And guard dog is always just a good little defensive card. Blessed Blade isn't bad. So I'm not sure if I'm playing with that one. Machete's taboo. Now, it might be worth it to get cards that can soak up damage. Because after damage is placed on a card you control, draw 1 card. So like if I have cards that can actually soak up damage, that could be worth it. I like dodge. So maybe 2 dodges. 1 dynamite blade, 2 evidences. How many cards do I have left? I still have quite a bit. Before I forget, let's go to the neutrals. I'm going to add 2 emergency caches. I'll probably add 2 overpowers. 2 unexpected coverages, and 1 backpack. I normally add flashlights, but I feel like I'm not going to be investigating with him. I could add a kukri, we'll see. I think survival knife might be better. And then I'm going to save the... I'm going to add a manual dexterity and the guts as well. And then I'm going to give 2 perception to my other character and then 1 for that to kind of spread it out. Okay, back to Guardian. 2 vicious blows, definitely. I'm thinking seeing the crime is a way to gain clues if I need to gain clues. So it might be worth it. Prepare. I have 7 cards left. I have 6 cards left. Sorry. So I could do scene of the crime. Prepare for the prepare for the worst. I'm thinking I think I might do a 1 if it bleeds, because if it bleeds is a good way to potentially heal cards from me, to heal horror. And then I like let me handle this. I'm gonna try let me handle this. I think it's a decent card. Potentially gives me the option to, in case I'm gonna do 2 let me handle this. Because worst case, let me handle this. It will, in case the other investigator draws a monster, I can take the monster from them so they don't have to deal with the monster and they can go investigate. So let's see how this deck looks. Oh yeah, I'm missing a card. I'm missing a card. 1, 2. Oh yeah, because I have 2 special cards. I probably could use another weapon, to be honest. I'll add a kukri. That's 1. It just gives me another option as a way to like heal. Unless I have. Yeah, that'd be fine. No, actually, no, I'm take it back. I'm gonna actually put True Grit on instead. Because it gives me a soak up of 3 hits, 3 health, allows me to draw cards from my ability, and I can use it to help take damage that someone else might be taking. So this is gonna be Mock Fights on Tabletop Sim. So we have 5 weapons, not the greatest. I do have a 5 attack to begin with, so I can punch most weak things just anyway. And I still have no problem with it. I have a backpack that I can use to fish out the weapons I need. So that might not be. I can pick a how many weapon. I can do top 6 cards. And I can try and find. I can pull in emergency caches as well. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can there's 8 cards in the deck that have supplies like I can pull in. So almost a third of the deck, almost a quarter of the deck I can draw. Essentially, so I can get some weapons there and store it that way. And then I'm gonna make another deck. I'm gonna go with Seeker just because Seeker is usually the one I like to play with to kind of get the clues. So Minty Fan, I did play with her a bit. So basically, whenever you commit a skill card, that card gains an extra skill icon. Basically, Ursula is very mobile. Amanda Sharp. At the start of the investigate phase, draw 1 card. Discard the card beneath Amanda Sharp. Choose a card from your hand and place it beneath her. Okay, I see. So basically, the way Amanda works is you place a skill card, you place a card underneath her, and that card is used as a free card for every skill skill test available. So you kind of, and then that way, you want to make sure the card that you put underneath her is really good. Rex gains clues and he draws cards. Daisy is all about tomes, which could be potential. 3-5-2-2. Oh wow, she's got 2s across the board. She doesn't have good stats. I'm not gonna do Amanda. I might do Daisy. That way I have somebody that can like investigate more comfortably. Oh, I forgot because she has all the different like abilities. They made an alternate version of Daisy. That's why it's giving me a lot more different options. So Daisy's options are Seeker cards, Mystic cards, and Neutral cards. She gains a Necronomicon, which comes in with 3 horror. It's actually my weakness, actually. And basically, every time I reveal a star, it comes out as an automatically fail. I just have to take 3 horror off it, essentially. Tote bag allows me to hold the whole tomes. So we gotta see how many tome books we have. Like we have, okay, glyphs, that's one. Cryptic Grimoire. Medical Text is a tome. Old Book of Law is a tome. The reason why I'm checking this is because when the game first came out with just the core set, there's not many tomes actually in the core set, to be honest. So it was kind of a bit like, well, then what's the point of that? Mystic, do they have any tomes? No. I thought the Cthulhu Stone costs experience. I guess not. Well, I'm definitely putting in one of those at least to start off with. I like, so Dr. Milan Christopher definitely needs to go in. He's a solid card. One in for him. Magnifying Glass is also a really good card. Both Medical Test and Old Book of Law is also a solid option to add. Resource Librarian allows me to get a tome potential. Oh, I was confusing Tooth of Estil with the Disc of Adazuma. There's a different card that allows you to like counteract enemies spawning on you. I'll add one in. I like to add that in as a possibility. Shortcuts definitely help. Deductions, working a hunch, flying mines. I'm gonna go to my neutral cards. This time we are gonna put in flashlights, 2 emergency caches. We said 1 dex, 1 guts, 2 perception, 2 unexpected courage. What other mystic cards can we put in? That's a lot of stuff in my hands. We'll see about all that. Now the problem is I can only hold mystic cards up to level 2. So I don't think... I'm just gonna check and see. So like, yeah, so I can't upgrade into like the next level of scrying. Not scrying, into shriveling. It's the offensive card for mystics. So that's a bit of an issue. But we could add some arcane cards to the only some cards. My book is really strong, so I don't want to really investigate using my book. I much more rather focus on trying to get like cards that might help me. Holy Rosaries, I think, is really good. Drawn to the Flame, I might just add 2 Drawn to the... Yeah, I might add a Drawn to the Flame. Drawn to the Flame is a good card because it allows you to draw the top card of the encounter deck. You just have to deal with it, but you gain 2 clues. The issue I have is I don't have... I need to go back to my Seeker. I need Mind Over Matter. That'll allow me to deal with annoying threats. I've got a plan. I'm actually maxed out now at 33 perfectly. I kind of want to play with Archaic Glyphs just to see what it does. Like, I don't know what the other ones are. Oh, wait a minute. Archaic Glyphs comes from Carcosa. I don't have the Carcosa set. So that wouldn't be a good idea. Like, I have the Ancient Stone, I have the Strange Solution ones, you know? I don't have the Carcosa ones to even understand what the archaic glyphs actually do. So let's see what I have here. I have 2 flashlights, 1 magnifying glass, medical test that will allow me to heal, a book of lore that will allow me to search through a card and pick card out. The Catonian Stone will cancel one of the bad icons in the deck. The Holy Rosary increases my mental stat to a 4. Tooth of Estel gives me +1. So with the Holy Rosary, it gives me a 5 mental, a 5 willpower, and 3 agility. Dr. Christopher is my only ally. Yeah, I guess. I could put Resource Librarian, possibly. We'll see. I've got a plan, allows me to damage people in case I need to. I might get rid of Drawn to the Flame, actually. I'm going to get rid of Drawn to the Flame, and I'm going to pull in a Research Librarian. 1, so I have more allies, and 2, so I feel like I have a lot of ways to discover clues. I don't think I need more ways to discover clues. And by adding the Resource Librarian, it will allow me to pick one of these books that I might actually need. Although I only have 2 books now, don't I? Hmm. That's a problem. Most of the tomes in this deck, in this set, aren't that good. I may not do Daisy then. I haven't played with Amanda ever, but I feel like I don't want to play with anybody who's that, like, tricky. I'll do Minty Fawn, actually. She's not bad. Because she gets Analytical Mind, so I can commit a card to a skill test any place in the game, basically, when it's there. And then King in Yellow means I have to, like, go. So for Minty Fan, the whole point of her stuff is she's all about committing skill cards to tests. So 2 perceptions, 1 dex, 1 dex, double unexpected. Two emoji caches. She gets survivor cards too, doesn't she? So with survivor cards, that opens up quite a few options for her as well. I like. Look what I found. Lucky. Ooh, that's not a bad one. Rise to the occasion. Commit only to a skill test you are performing, and only if the difficulty of that test is at least 2 higher than your base skill value. Hmm. We'll see what else we might add. We'll add the usual suspects, deduction, working on a hunch, mind over matter. I've got a plan. So we have quite a few cards in that sense. Our to-do list. Christopher gets added, of course. Magnifying glass, of course. 5 more cards. I guess a Tooth of Estley. And then I'm gonna have to get some weapons just to kind of, just in case, like, stuff hits the fan, you know? Might be worth it to go. Actually, this might be a cool combo. I'm gonna do a rabbit's foot. I'm gonna do a stray cat, fire axe, and I'm gonna do a dark horse. So here's the concept for this. Fire axe will allow me. I don't know if I like that actually. Fire axe will allow me to have a way to deal damage. You blow all your resources into it, and you do tons of damage. You do a big attack. Dark horse will allow me to then use that to give all my stats +1. Let's try it. Okay. So we have our Minty Fawn deck, and we have our Mark Havigan deck. So, with that, we have our decks planned. Be sure to check out my other videos where we actually start playing the campaign. This is my first little deck building video, kind of going behind the scenes in how I plan on building these decks and how the thought process that goes into them. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching it and for supporting. And be sure to check out the rest of the Arkham Horror series. Thank you. Oh. What was I doing? Okay. Reputation level up, big 8. Okay. Hey, we actually sort out all our people. Okay. Cool beans. So now we just need to make a Pathfinder video or a City of Mist video. Either option works. And then be done for the evening. Do I don't have any cheese? We have a hungry cow. Can't have a hungry cow, you know. What do I feel like working on now, ladies and gentlemen? Let's think. The question of the day, isn't it? The question of the day. Sorry about that. That's short. It does work though. 164 views on it. I guess we'll do the Feeblemine video. Why not? Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Move this, get some more light on me. Put this over here. I can see myself in all my glory. Okay. Greetings, everybody. Welcome. It is Rob from Sage Tower Games. I'm here with another Pathfinder 2nd Edition video. And this is another one of my spell discussion videos where I kind of take a closer look at a spell and kind of see a bit more deep into how it works and my thoughts and things you can do with that spell. And today's spell that we'll be talking about is Feeble Mind. Right. So I wanted to keep in mind many people know the spell. Second edition, I'll pop it up on the screen for you guys. It is a 6th level spell, and it essentially affects the target's mental state. They must make a will save, and then if it's a critical success, the target is unaffected. If it's a pass, they are stupefied 2 from 1 round. If they are fail, they are stupefied 4 for an unlimited duration, meaning it never goes away until you get rid of it. And then critical fail is the target's intellect is totally just reduced to an animal. The charisma, intelligence modifier all become a -5, and they lose anything that requires like mental capacity, spell casting. If it's a player, they become an NPC. They just completely become a potato. Basically, they're just a potato. So the reason why I'm talking about this spell specifically, though, is this spell is one of those spells that can be very dangerous in depending on the situation. Because obviously this kind of spell can do damage to a spellcaster, and more importantly, a spellcaster PC. Now, the first thing that we need to kind of look at is the stupefied condition. Basically, anything you do that requires your like mental concentration, like casting a spell, you have to make a check. It's 5 plus your stupefied value. So if you fail your feeble mind save, you're at a 9 DC check, meaning you have pretty much a 55% chance of being able to actually cast your spell. So you have a 35% chance that your spell is just not going to work. And it does, if you cast a spell, it does get wasted in the process. It does go away. So you can see right away how this kind of a spell can really make it unfun for a spellcaster to play. Now you may be going, okay, well, I can treat stupefied condition and it'll be good. This is the part that comes into discussion and the kind of the part that I want to highlight. Feeble Mind states, it is a curse effect, and therefore it can only be removed through a remove curse spell. Roll when you cast that 6th level spell, that 7th level spell, it's going to just fizzle on you. And that's not a good feeling for anybody. And of course, because this normally is a high level spell, the enemy casting it is probably an intelligent spellcaster. And because they're a smart spellcaster, they probably know to target the spellcaster on the player's team and not the fighter or like the frontliner. So they know who to target. You're not gonna like accidentally target this. So what can you do about this? Well, there's a few things. One, prepare your party for curse effects. See, even if it's something like some sort of curse effect, some low level curse effect that might be possible to do, try that one. Otherwise, have a remove curse effect readily available somewhere in the dungeon, or the option I chose to do when it happened in my game that seemed to actually, in a way, it worked actually. And it was, so we had another character in the party was able to treat the stupefied condition. Now, I could sense from the party that the player wasn't having a good time. Let's just be fair, because it makes sense. They're not really. The character is going towards the major encounter for that adventure path, and is now used to going into the main fight. No one likes that. So what I chose to do was, I chose that they could treat the stupefied condition, but they couldn't remove the condition. So like, since they fail it, it's a stupefied 4. But instead of being they could bring it down all the way down to a 1. They can't remove that last 1 unless it's with a curse effect that can remove curses. But they can at least give you, an extra 15% back to your spell casting. So now instead of having to roll a 9, you have to roll a 6. So extra 50%, not bad, saves you some possibility. It's a good middle ground. And you can go online. I went online to investigate this. There's quite a hot topic of discussion about the spell and about, the curse effect to it. I think this is a good balance, personally, because it does say that even though to remove it is a curse, but the condition could be treated a bit. That way it's not terrible. Even if it's stupefied 1, it's still bad. It's still 30% chance to fail any spell. So that's still like a rough one. But it's better than having to make a much higher check, 45% chance to fail. So, and that's kind of what I want to make this video to discuss about the Feeble Mind spell. And you guys know how the spell actually works. And to keep in mind, because it does say it in the spell, you might lose it, that it is a curse effect. So, because it is a curse effect, it can't be removed by other ways as written. But make a little adjustment, get the best of both worlds. So that way your players can have some fun. You can still have that the spell actually impeded the party in some way because it was what the intention was. But, it's not the end of the world. And that's kind of a good balance. The last thing I'll say about this spell is Feeble Mind is an incapacitation trait spell, which means since it's a 6th level spell, any players that are like high level, like 13 plus, it won't have any effect on. So at that point, they should probably have remove curse anyway. And your enemies will have to upcast it. So that's the only last thing about Feeble Mind. Hope you guys enjoyed this little highlight discussing the Feeble Mind spell, because it's a very important spell. Many people know the spell like by the name of it. It's a very dangerous spell, and the way it kind of works, I just wanted to highlight how it works in my own little homebrew way to how to deal with Feeble Mind for the players. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the spell discussion and my other spell discussion videos. I'm trying to bring various talks about spells, about other concepts of Pathfinder not normally brought to the forefront. So if you had all enjoying these videos, be sure to check out my other Pathfinder videos that are on the channel, as long as my live playthrough campaign, Age of Ashes, on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out, and give me a like and a comment down below for whatever spell you guys would like to see next. Thank you guys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What you know? Give me them potatoes and them chili peppers. I'm sneeze, I'm sneeze, I'm sneeze. Okay, so that's... I'm trying to think what else I can do. I just buy 5 bacon eggs for no reason. Son of a bitch. I'm just trying to figure out what other spells I can do for the... Interesting. So like this, the interesting about this character is it's the Wendigo, but it's not focusing on, it's focusing more on the bestial aspect of the Wendigo and not the cannibalistic part of the Wendigo, which is more of what um the NPC from campaign actually is more the cannibalistic aspect. I mean, they both turn into Wendigo, so end of the day, that hasn't changed. But about to say, my animal better still be there. Don't take my animal from me. I want to make a City of Mist video, but Oh yeah, I forgot it's critical role tonight. So I do want to make a City of Mist video, but what do I do with it? That's the question. What do I do with it? I feel like hmm, I could make another short on going through Star-Lord's damage. That could be fun. Going through the one-shotting effect, going through Star-Lord's ability. That could be a cool YouTube short. Oh, I'll actually do that one, actually, yeah. Hold on. Um, that's what I'm gonna do. If someone has the reach rules. I could have sworn there was a reach rule. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll make a quick short on that.